I'm John Paul Fischbach, CEO and Chief Alchemist here at the Auspicious Arts Incubator. This week's hot tip is about the pattern interrupt. Now, this hot tip comes from our work with artists using NLP. NLP is neuro-linguistic programming. So neuro is neural systems, nerves, brain, language, right? And programming. So it's how we communicate with ourselves to get the results that we have in our lives, be those positive or negative. That's the science of neuro-linguistic programming, right? Now, this hot tip is also a companion to some of the recent hot tips that I've been doing on habits and procrastination. Now, we've been using NLP with lots of artists recently who come to us with an awareness of being stuck in a negative place or repeating a negative behavior. Now, with respect to the field of NLP, I'd like to replace the term negative with the term unresourceful, because the state that you're in doesn't feel good, but it might not necessarily be bad. It's just not very helpful. It's not a place where you're going to find resources. So that's what I'd like to use. So I'd like to change our language to be an unresourceful state. Now, the old way to get out of an unresourceful state was to rely on willpower to get out of that state, or to use affirmations or creative visualizations. Well, here's what we've learned. Relying on willpower, that's exhausting. And affirmations and visualizations don't really work because they don't acknowledge the power and hold of the present emotional state that you are in. The powerful emotion of that unresourceful state has to be acknowledged, because that's the one that you're wanting to get out of, but that you are actually in. Okay? So, for most of us, an unresourceful state isn't something that we consciously choose, right? It comes upon us. It gets triggered, right? Now, we're not going to talk about how it gets triggered and that sort of stuff. That's a whole nother topic. Most often, we simply find ourselves in an unresourceful state. And sometimes it's a very familiar unresourceful state, right? We know how this is going to play out. We've been here before. Well, NLP has a tool to deal with an unresourceful state by replacing it with a resourceful state. So the whole process is quite simple. Experience the unresourceful state, be in it, understand it, feel it deeply, see it, know it, hear it, interrupt it, and then replace it with a resourceful state, the opposite, right? So it's a beautiful process, but it takes a bit longer than we've got in the Hot Tip Tuesday time. So in this hot tip, I want to help you understand the power of the interruption so that I can help you break an unresourceful state. Now, we understand that there is big power in the unresourceful state and the emotion of that state. That emotion actually changes your physiology, right? It changes your thoughts, right? You know what that's like. You've experienced that. We feel trapped inside that unresourceful state. So our job is to take back control of our emotions and our thoughts and our physiology, right? We have to take back control. Right now, the control is being held in that unresourceful state, but we can take that back. So now I bet that you've tried to do this through willpower. You've tried to change the state by willpower. You've said to yourself, come on, John Paul, pull yourself out of this. Well, it's hard, and it's only partially successful. You get out, you slide back in. You get out, you slide back in. But when you can powerfully interrupt the present state, what happens is you get to a neutral place. And it's from this neutral place that you can choose a new, different, more positive, resourceful state to move into. So when you're in an unresourceful state, change your physiology dramatically. If you're sitting there and it's all, jump up and down, do jumping jacks, right? Do something with your physiology that's completely outside of the physiology that's being authored by the unresourceful state, right? Then, what are opposite thoughts? If these are the thoughts churning through your mind in the unresourceful state, what are the opposite thoughts? Make a list of them. I think of all the possible thoughts that there could possibly be that are the opposite of these thoughts, and start listing them. Make a list. Just keep going. Just keep going. Keep going. Those are great interruptions. You can't carry on with the emotion or the physiology or the mental state of the unresourceful state if you're interrupting it by doing something completely different physically and having completely different thoughts, right? So once you're in that neutral place where you've taken control of your physiology, your emotions, and your thoughts, now comes the time to think about how you would rather be feeling. Find a time when you felt that way, the way that you'd rather be feeling. Find a specific time when you felt that way, right? And that's the new resourceful state that you want to choose to be in. You were there before, you can be there again. If you slide back to the unresourceful state, just do it again. Interrupt it again. And what are the keys to interrupting? Some change in your physiology. Jump up, stand up, run in place, jog, anything that's opposite to what the state is, and start listing the opposite thoughts. Those are your best interrupters to break that state. Did you like this hot tip? Well, be sure and subscribe to the next one and tell a fellow artist about us. Because if you want real practical help and support to thrive as an artist, check us out at the auspiciousartsincubator.org.